Hey guys, we are at the airport in Stuttgart, which has been an interesting experience. We got here a little early because we rode with someone who had an earlier flight, and I guess they don't staff like they didn't. Air France didn't staff the check-in until 12:30. Our flight was due to leave at 2:30. So they didn't communicate. There was no signs that they opened. It was just a lot of people lining up. There was probably 60 something people in the line before they finally got there. So we just didn't know what was going on. I was trying to call the airport and see if there was anything that I could get information on. But we finally got through dropping off our bag and then got to security, and security's no rush at all.
There's only 20 people on the line too.
Yeah, it wasn't a very long line, but they're just extremely slow. What probably would have taken 10 minutes in the United States took us probably 30.
That's okay.
Yeah. So 3 times longer with the amount of people, which is...
I won.
Yeah. Pancake skipped our line and went to the next line while I wasn't paying attention, and then called a race because it was shorter on his side. So yesterday was really cool. I think we posted a video of the castle we went to, which is pretty freaking neat. And we were just talking about some of the things we enjoyed the most on this whole trip. So you want to share what you enjoyed the most?
Yeah, I would say probably Belgium. I mean, I enjoyed all of it. I mean, it was all fantastic. But I enjoyed getting to see all the different locations that we got to go to. So rural and cities, back out to the country, and I guess those were the Alps. Was it the Alps where the mountains were? I don't know.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I think so. Looked like the Alps. So that was really good. But I think if I had to claim which one was the best, I would probably say Belgium was my
Which
favorite.
part of Belgium? Which part?
I think Ghent was the winner. Great city, easy to get around, really friendly locals. It was hands down great experience.
Yeah, I think Ghent was probably my favorite location, but my favorite moments were we had 2 moments where we got to connect with locals, one in Ghent and one in Stuttgart here, and both were pretty awesome. Very different interactions, but both very awesome. The first person that we met in Ghent, we got to talk politics and differences between America. It was very an intellectual conversation with a very smart student who was quit her job and was starting a startup company refurbishing clothes and reselling it, which was pretty interesting. But that's her mission for freedom, because they tax so much there and there's not a lot of money to be made, so everybody just makes just enough. I think she told you that it would take she would be 60 something years old before she could afford to buy a house.
Yeah, and that wouldn't even have a house that had enough room for a garden or a backyard. It would just be basically almost like a townhome with just no land at all.
Yeah, that's crazy. So that was it, and then we went to a pub right outside of the the city center here in Stuttgart, and we had some younger fellas with us, and so we had a good time with them. And then we were kind of challenging one of them to get married while we were here. He was the only single guy. We were pretty close. I think he proposed to the server and the lady at the table next to us. And then I believe he was about to propose to the lady, and the train station
was closing. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think we scared her, so she took off. She was sweet, though. I think my biggest part, like I love connecting with people, and I think connecting with locals is really cool because you really get to see what it looks like. And like I started taking pictures of strangers, like asking permission and taking pictures of strangers while we were here, which to me was a form of like connecting. I thought that was really cool.
To it, though.
Yeah, like I only got turned down once by like a really old dude. I posted those on my Instagram if you want to check them out. But overall, like I give this trip like a 10 out of 10. I feel like Germany, Netherlands, Belgium, and Paris, we were able to hit all of those in one trip. And what's cool about this place is like you can get anywhere in like an hour. So like if you got a half a day, you can knock out a lot of stuff in a half a day. So I thought that was cool. And then, you know, obviously shout out to Roman. Thank you for the trip. Thank you, Somer. Thank you, Stefan. I thought the whole trip was amazing. You guys did a really phenomenal job with everything, and super impressed with Germany, Stuttgart, Somer's operations, everything. And then we got to hang out with Sherwinder. So if you guys haven't watched some of the other videos, they had a booth here as well at R&T. So anyway, anything you want to
add? The food.
Oh man, the food has been phenomenal. I think I've had like I've killed my diet, so when I get back, I definitely gotta get on it. But I mean, we walked like a gazillion miles since we've been here, so we've kind of walked off some of it, but definitely not all of it. I think it definitely puts pounds on you if you're eating here. The only disappointing thing that I think I ordered was, you know, you would think like the bratwurst itself was good, but they put it on like a round sandwich bun, which was like very weird. Bread was proportionally not in areas like the ends, but it was like too much in the middle. So it was like a weird thing, but that's like a thing they do, I guess.
Yeah, and it's hard to eat a bratwurst while you're hiking up straight up a mountain.
Yeah, we were like hiking up. It was like a 2 mile, probably 2.5 miles, somewhere on there.
40 minutes, I think is what they said.
It was like 45 minutes or whatever. And it's we're already at a elevated
Sea level.
we were up there.
Yeah.
And then we had to climb this mountain, and we both had to order a bratwurst, and we're like starting to eat it at the base of the mountain, and neither of us could breathe, and our heart rates are going crazy, and we're trying to eat at the same time. Not ideal, but once I got mine down, I was fine. Give me a little boost. I was able to get a little faster.
I ate half of mine, and then I just couldn't breathe. I thought I was going to get it stuck in my throat. So I just held on to it to the top of the hill, just walking up with my brat, half a
That's
brat,
funny.
and then at the top, finally caught my breath, and then just ate the rest.
That's cool.
So
We
I had
also-
like 20 minutes.
We also met two people from Atlanta. So one was from Marietta, and the other one was from like downtown Atlanta, which was really cool. What was your favorite food here?
Probably the potato salad. Their potato salad is awesome. It's,
Yeah, potato
on
salad's
point.
pretty good.
Yeah. But
I don't know. I want to say those fried things in Ghent that we had. Still don't even know what it is.
Oh, yeah, I don't even know. Yeah.
It's like it's like a kebab that they deep fry, and it's like a reddish color, and they had onions in it.
Yeah. You should have taken pictures of those to figure out what it was.
Yeah, it was delicious. It was great. I think like if we got invited back in 3 years, would you come?
Absolutely.
What would you do different?
Might bring some bigger camera equipment just so if there is the opportunity.
Like at the castle?
Get some better shots.
Yeah, I would want, like, I really want to enjoy this with my wife. I think it would be cool if we would have brought our wives.
Yeah, definitely.
Not that we didn't, or I didn't. She turned me down. But we had like a cheer competition and a bunch of stuff, so it just wasn't ideal. But overall, 10 out of 10, what do you rate it?
Definitely a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
absolutely.
So if you guys get a chance to come out here for the R&T show, and Somer invites a bunch of people from the U.S. every year, like definitely highly recommend it. It's did you ever feel unsafe?
Not at all.
I didn't either. Like I was texting Stephanie a second ago, and I told her that I never once felt like I do in Atlanta. Like I got to watch my back 24/7.
Yeah. Not even
There was
closest
there was
back
like
in France, but
one time when we were walking to the restaurant, like the first night we got there, like you're unfamiliar with the space. It was dark. There was no light. You're walking down a trail in a park
yeah.
with trees on both sides of you. So like that was probably the only time. But once I really didn't feel like there was any issues then. But I was just, my head was on a swivel probably a little more than had I been with a group. So
And lots of graffiti. Like back home, if there's like a ton of graffiti, you do start to kind of.
you associate that with like gangs and like violence and whatever because it's
but
inner
it's-
city usually.
I don't know if it's more artistic here or.
Definitely more artistic, I think.
Yeah. So.
But yeah, I never really felt like we were in danger. We traveled a lot. Driving here is interesting. Some few different rules, similar but different. Maybe they're kind of the same, but not really enforced or followed in the U.S.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's like move to the right.
Yeah,
Or else.
that doesn't happen in the U.S. They take it very seriously here. If you don't move to the right, it's like a big deal.
Yeah.
And then I don't know, lots of churches, but they're mostly like Catholic churches, so not a lot of like. Obviously, Baptist I think was kind of birthed out of U.S.
I think so.
And then you don't really have anything much out of like Catholic churches, but the churches are absolutely stunning. We got to walk around in one that's beautiful.
With the pipe organ going.
The pipe organ, that's freaking, it was crazy. So yeah,
10 out of 10.
10 out of
Thank
10.
you, Somer.
Thank you, Summer. Peace out.